We drop down to the welterweight division for this one. Big thanks to our sponsors, Vector Wear. Please welcome our fighters out of the blue corner. This is Blake Mays.
Blake Mays.
Another one from Spaney's gym, 3-1.
Corey Mays' brother coming out earlier today.
And his opponent in the red corner, please welcome Dylan Lyons.
Dylan Lyons from Kings Muay Thai, 5-1.
Got a bit of a crowd behind him as well, Dylan Lyons. Kings Muay Thai in Miami against a T-Bar superstar.
Fight number 11 here tonight. We're in the professional welterweight division under full Thai rules. Big thank you to our sponsor, Vector Wear. This man in our blue corner at 61.8 kilos with a professional record of 4 fights for 3 victories. Training under Leon, Spain, he fights out of Spain's Muay Thai gym. This is Blake Mays. His opponent tonight with a professional record of 6 fights and 5 victories. Weighing in last night at 66.1 kilos. Training under Jason King, fighting out of King's Muay Thai on the Gold Coast. Please welcome our red corner, Dylan Lyons.
An energetic crowd for this one. Seems they got very strong opinions. Who they want walking away with the victory here. Tell you what, it was good to see Adam hand out $100 cash just then.
Yeah, he's kept his money in his pocket tonight for the first time in a while.
He's been a lucky boy, and hopefully his luck changes here on out. And we see some more cash being given away. Some huge knockouts here at Aggression Thai Boxing.
Yeah, for everyone sort of new to it, and those of you at home watching that haven't been around that long, if you keep your eye on the corner, it's like going back to a museum, a Muay Thai museum. You got Clayton Collier here. Before you had Richard Walsh. It's like we're blowing the dust off the relics and bringing them out tonight. They're all coming out, all the old boys. Roberto Sorolla, Wayne Parr, everyone. It's all the golden era of Queensland Muay Thai now trying to pass on their knowledge to all these young pups.
Wayne Parr, you would have been watching him on TV from decades ago. Wayne Parr. Warrawat, he's been around a while as well.
Round one.
Oh, nice little trip there from Blake Mays. Dylan Lyons just on the back foot here, just staying out there. Right hand, right kick, right hand.
Very unorthodox dodge there, but it seemed to work. Good on you, Mays. Trying something different.
Yeah, Blake Mays just sort of trying to push Dylan Lyons back here, but good little catch and an attempted sweep. Catches that kick, goes for the sweep again, no luck. Oh, big kick to the liver there from Blake Mays.
Ooh,
Nice little inside touch and the 1-2 there from Dylan Lyons. Catches that kick again, but does nothing with it. Throws that right kick, right hand.
Nice little combo there from Lyons.
Yeah, Dylan Lyons' hands look sharp as.
Trying to kick and a punch from the same side. That's crazy.
Knee for knee.
Oh, little elbow miss there from Mays. That could have caused a lot of damage.
Throws that 1-2 with that big kick again. But Blake Mays just backing him into the corner. Looks to sink that right hand to the body. Little bit out of range there for that. Still just stalking forward, trying to keep Dylan in the corner. Dylan Lyons just does the right thing there, just locks Blake Mays up.
Not much going on in the clinch there. Final seconds of round number one.
End of the round. Yeah, very classy round for both boys there.
Not too much damage, not too much to report.
No, not at all. More of a violent chess match, that one. Both boys just trying to look for the right move. But, yeah, Dylan Lyons throwing the right kick, right hand, and threw it perfectly at one stage there where he threw the right kick, waited for Blake to try and catch that kick, and then threw the punch once the hand was down. One of my favourite techniques to do. I've had more success with that one than anything else. If he sort of backed off throwing the punch after it for the setup, if he just threw the kick and let him catch it, let him catch him, sweep him a couple times, then went that, and then threw the punch, he'd have a lot more success with it because they're not as sort of worried that punch is coming. But if you're doing it every time, they're sort of a bit more standoffish and not willing to. Lovely knees to the mid there from Dylan Lyons.
Very clean knees.
Blake Mays just tying him up.
Oh, Lyons with a spinning back elbow, missed.
Blake Mays just pulling that kick up. Realised he was a bit out of range there. Blake Mays just looking for that right hand, getting a bit off balance and sort of falling into his shots here. Dylan Lyons just sort of lining him up here, waiting. Beautiful little low kick there from Blake Mays, but Dylan Lyons comes back with a nice high one of his own, and both boys ending up tied up on the ropes.
Lyons landing some nice shots from the back foot there. Mays constantly on the forward foot, but he's not doing too much with it at the moment.
No, he's definitely sort of controlling the ring position, but he's letting the fight, he's letting Dylan Lyons dictate where this fight takes place. Dylan Lyons is incredibly comfortable against those ropes there.
Oh.
Looks to poke that elbow through, doesn't really find anyone home. Throws that kick, no one there. Dylan Lyons throws that kick to the body there and then lands that little elbow. Frames it up to try and keep him away.
Both of these guys very tactical at the moment.
Yeah, Blake May's just kind of coming forward, but there's no real deterrent for Dylan.
Oh, there we go, Lions. Great combo there right at the end of the round. Another very slow chess-like round, like you said. Very, very chess.
Yeah, it's Dylan Lyons is sort of coming on pretty strong there. He's staying on the back foot and letting Blake Mays come in and close the range for him, and he's able to do what he wants to. There's no deterrent for him to not stay on the back foot or with his back against the ropes. Blake Mays needs to get a little bit busier. He gets into range and does nothing with it, or he'll throw a single shot and then admire his work. He's not really following it up with a second and a third phase of attack, cutting an angle and coming in again. He throws it once, stops, admires his work, and then lets Dylan Lyons go to town.
All right, it's time for final round already here in this fight.
Round 3.
Oh, both boys just unloading.
That's what we wanted. Time to leave it all in there in the final round here.
Little low kick there from Blake Mays that Dylan Lyons checks, and Dylan Lyons doubles up on a kick of his own. Yeah, Blake Mays goes to come forward, but then doesn't really commit to his shot. Lands a beautiful knee to the midsection there. He's got Dylan Lyons stretched out here, and he's going to work with those knees where he needs to. It's beautiful. Oh, nice little elbow from Dylan Lyons there. Just backs out of the corner. Doubles up on that low kick. Blake Mays coming through with that little poking elbow, but...
Oh, Lyons. Nice little combo there. Spinning back fist and then a kick.
Stabs that elbow through, but doesn't really do too much with it. Nice little outside kick from Blake Mays there. Oh, he lands that right hand on the button. That's what he needs to do. He's pushing through, but he's only still going that single phase of attack. Follows it up with a body shot there and then gets tied up in the clinch. A little bit of desperation from Blake Mays now. Tripling up on that low kick. And again, and again.
Final moment in
Dylan Lyons just locking him up and going to work with those knees. Blake Mays pushing forward again, sort of just getting tied up. Dylan Lyons knows he's done enough now.
Final 10 seconds here of the fight. Oh,
He eats a right hand for his troubles.
How do you score that one?
Look, I think that one was pretty sort of clear cut. I think that was all sort of one-way traffic to Dylan Lyons there. I mean, Blake Mays was coming forward, and throwing shots, but just coming forward isn't enough. You need to do something with it. You can throw that first phase of attack, but he needs to come in with the second and third phase, not just throw one and stop. But Dylan Lyons, punches in bunches, stuff coming from all angles. It's like you're fighting an octopus. You think there was 3 of him in there. Then again, now I've said that, it'll probably go the other way to make me look stupid.
Yep. You never leave it in the judge's decision because it's never a certainty of what's going to happen.
ladies and gentlemen, what an absolute cracker of a fight. How about a big round of applause for these two lads? That's got to be a contender for fight of the night a little bit later on tonight, I would say. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of Muay Thai, we have a split points decision.
Whoa!
And it goes to the blue corner, Blake May.
Well, like I said, they make me look silly.
Wow. Wowee. Blue corner victory there. Blake Mays. Getting the win with that one.